Hello everybody, it's Michelle here from Mish on Video. I'm home. I'm home from hospital. I got home a few hours ago. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I wanted to give you an update of what's been happening the last week. I posted a video just before this, and it is telling you that I was in the QEH hospital and that I had a stent put in, and I'm home. So, okay, I'll just show you. I'm just going to cover up some information about myself, just so you can see that I was at the QEH and I was on the cardiology unit, and there is now a list of medications that I'm currently going to be taking. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a long, hopefully not too long video, but I'll just let you know what happened. Prior to being admitted into hospital early hours of Tuesday morning, I had no idea that I had a 90% blockage in my right ventricle to my heart. If it gone on any longer, I would have had a major heart attack and I probably would have died. So this is how the story goes. Saturday night after dinner around 6 o'clock, I started getting pain in my jaw, down my neck, in my shoulders and down my arms, and a bit of a pain in my chest, but not much in my chest. And it felt like someone was giving me a big bear hug, but punching and grinding like this. But the pain in my jaw and the back of my head was unbelievable. I took 2 Panadol and it seemed to have calmed down a bit, but about half an hour, 2 hours later, it just shut up again. So I got an ambulance on Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday, not Friday. What am I saying? It was Saturday evening, sorry. My apologies. It was Saturday evening. Not Friday, it was Saturday night. So I spent... Now, hang on, I'm getting my wires crossed here. It was the Friday after dinner. It was a Friday after dinner. Sorry, it was. So I got an ambulance to the hospital and I told them my symptoms. They kept thinking it was musculoskeletal, but I knew that it wasn't because it didn't feel like it. We all know when we've done something to our muscles. We all know when we've broken a bone, if you've ever broken one. So it did not feel like that at all. I took bloods. I guess there was no indication. You have what's called a troponin protein that's released when you are having a heart attack, or if you have a blocked artery to the heart, it releases a protein and it's called troponin. Okay, so all day Saturday I felt off colour. I was pale and the pain was coming and going all day Saturday night, all day Sunday, all day Sunday night. It would come and it would go, and it would come and go in waves. Then on the Monday morning I woke up and I was feeling extremely tired, as I have been. So I was sitting here and I just had a cup of tea and my breakfast, and the pains started again. It was so bad, I did not know what to do with myself. So bad. So I said to my husband, I'm calling an ambulance. The pain's coming again. I don't know why I've got it. So I called the ambulance. My husband came home from work. They took me to the hospital. He took the afternoon off from work and was home here. I said to him, look, be at home. There's not much use in being with me. You can't do anything. Be at home and look after the animals. So he did that. 12 hours, I was in the ED department. I was seeing a doctor, and I won't say his name, and I won't even give you a description of him, who, in my opinion, was incompetent. Incompetent. Yeah, to say the least. He was going to send me home. But when the troponin levels come back, and mine were at 22, which is high, he obviously consulted with his with the senior consultant, and he said, no, she's got to stay here. She's not going home. So I was put into acute care for overnight stay. And I kept having the pain, and they just kept giving me pain relief. So about 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, I was taken into the coronary care unit in the QEH. For the all-day Tuesday, for the rest of Tuesday and Tuesday night, I was having the pain. I was given TGN, which is it's a nitro spray, and what it does, it opens your blood vessels and you spray it under your tongue. That helped. I was on a cardiac monitor, and now they have portable devices, so it's like a little bag around your neck, and they have a portable device, so you have to be hooked up to the machine all the time, so you can walk around and do what you need to do. But however, when you have an episode like I always have on a regular basis, every couple of hours, they take you off the portable unit, you put onto the cardiograph machine, they do a tracing of your heart, they take your blood pressure, and they give you the nitro spray, as well as pain relief, because I was in a lot of pain. Now, Wednesday morning, I saw the cardiologist and his team on the Wednesday morning. They were going to send me down for an angiogram that day. I had an echogram that morning, and I was going to have to be taken to the RA for this, because apparently they called it the cath lab was under a bit of repair for the day because some equipment was down, and I was going to open up again later that night. So they said instead of waiting for later that night, they were going to take me to the RA. However, it didn't happen because the ambulance that was meant to take me got caught up downstairs in the ambulance bay because they were ramping. So they had no available units anywhere to take me. So I went through hell on Wednesday night. Once again, very little sleep, up and down with the pain all night, beside myself thinking, what the heck is going on? Then I had the angiogram done yesterday, and it's absolutely marvellous what they do. They put I'm just going to show you my wrist. This is what it looks like, okay? You can see a little dot above the red one, not down there, up here. So where was it? It was just here, just above that red one. There's a little prick there. So what they do is they insert a tube into your arm, a very tiny tube, and they then put a wire in, and they put contrast dye so they can see what's happening in your heart. And there's a big screen that looks like almost like a big television screen. And I could see what they were doing, and they're talking to me the whole time. I mean, they numbed the area up. I didn't feel anything that was going on. And I was given like twilight medication. So I knew what was going on. But this just made me very relaxed and a bit sleepy, but I knew what was going on. I was talking to them the whole time. They were talking to me, telling me what was going on. So they had a look at the heart, and I could see the dye going through, but I could see where the blockage was. And it was like, you could see this contrast going through, and it was like it was going pss, 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 like this to the other side of the ventricle. So it was one of the main coronary arteries anyway. So that was 90% blocked, and I have 2 other ones, but they are not concerned about them at this point in time because I will be on medication, but they will be keeping a close eye on that. And if it so happens I have to have 2 more stents put in, then so be it. If they were unable to put the stent through, then I would have had to have bypass surgery, which would have meant open heart surgery, and then putting a bypass where they take a vein out of your leg and bypass around this ventricle to supply blood to your heart. So I'm now on, I'll give you a name of the medications I'm on. I'm on aspirin, 100 milligrams once a day. I'm on Tigarelor, 2 a day. That's also an anticoagulant. Rovastatin, which is for high cholesterol. On Telosmartin, which is for high blood pressure. I've been on that for a while now. I'm also on, where are we? Glycerin nitrate spray, which is a TGN. It's a sublingual spray, as I said, it goes under your tongue, and that's in case I happen to have a angina attack. Excuse me.